Man, it's cold. I haven't been this cold in months. I always forget what being cold feels like in the summer. All right, there it is. You can see it over there. That's the camp. Oh yeah, I have been waiting to get here for over a year. The key to early stage investing is finding and backing the right teams. At Resource Insider, I spend all my time trying to find the right people to invest my own money in. And this is one of the best examples of that, KingFisher Resources. I met the founders, Dustin and Dave, 2 years ago at a bar in Vancouver. And they had this dream of building an early stage gold and copper exploration company in British Columbia. I put my own money in. I'm already up 10 times. And this is the first time I've gotten to see their project. Been a long time coming getting out here.
Welcome.
11 hours of driving. What do you got in store for me?
We're going to show you the Cloud Drifter trend,
Yeah.
which is where we're drilling, and we're doing a 5,000 meter program. It's the first ever drill program here. But the big ticket item here is the soil anomaly, which is what caught our eye, which got us excited, and which led us to believe that there was a large gold system behind it.
When we met Dustin a couple years ago, we were at a conference. We'd both been having a couple drinks. We got introduced by a mutual friend, and you started talking about what became KingFisher, what you were trying to build. What's happened over the last couple of years to bring you from a company that was, when we invested, I felt like it was basically free, and now you're almost a $40 million company?
Well, a lot of things have changed. One big thing that was out of our control, and we were lucky with the timing, was the market's greatly improved in that time frame. But we've done a lot of hard work, and we've had a lot of really good results.
And what's the goal here?
So it's the first year of a program. The goal is to understand it and prove that there is enough potential for a large deposit here to justify future drilling where you actually start proving it out. But the signs we're seeing so far, the visual clues we're seeing are really promising. And as much as you and your shareholders can't wait, we're getting a little antsy waiting on drill results here.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, it's your first year out, it's your first year drilling. How important are these results to the success of KingFisher in general?
It's really important. You know, to any project it's really important, but specifically to KingFisher, as this is our flagship asset, it's crucial that we demonstrate to the market that what we're sitting on is a large mineralized system.
How much work had been done here before you guys got involved?
Beyond the soil anomaly, there was just some historic hand mining in the 1930s with prospectors and mules and picks and dynamite.
It's pretty unusual to find something like this as an explorer, especially in a place like British Columbia where geologists and prospectors have basically crawled over every inch of it.
It's pretty unusual, but it's a good position to be in because we've got what we believe is the entire district. You know, from where we are behind us, the property goes over 25 kilometers in that direction. It's a huge area where you could make multiple discoveries, and we're only testing one area with the drill this summer, but this project is going to get worked for a long time in the future.
All right, let's go see it.
Let's go see it.
We've got the team, we've got the dog. Now we're off to visit our first drill site. It's my first trip up to British Columbia's ranch lands, and it truly is idyllic. Fortunately, Dustin and Dave take me to the top of the hill, not the bottom. Even then, it's a steep walk down to the first drill site.
This was a huge pain in the ass to get down here. Trees, moss, bushes, it's pretty damn steep. How did you ever come across this thing?
So the reason we acquired this project was because there was a soil geochemical survey across this mountain and the next one over there actually. And the results were really nothing short of spectacular. Incredible gold grades up to ore grade in soil.
So you already knew it was here?
Yeah, it was first sampled in 87, 88 by Ross Beatty. He's a Canadian mining billionaire. His very first company, Equinox Resources. They sampled it 87, 88, proposed a large drill program and a trenching program, and then gold just slumped below $400 an ounce. And gold stayed depressed for long enough that I guess this project was just forgotten about.
Yeah.
And we knew based on what we were seeing, that there had to be something significant here. You don't get a
Yeah,
soil
yeah.
anomaly like that without there being a system driving it.
So you guys come across this thing, pick up the project, what happens next? You just send a crew of guys out here to follow up on it, or how does that
Yeah,
work?
well, the entire company was out here. Co-founder Dave Loretto and myself, we were out here. All of our geologists were out here.
Yeah, yeah.
We would get dropped off with a helicopter and work our way down. Our crew was taking samples every 25 meters on a grid, this type of dirt. And you know, right up here, there was a sample that was ore grade
Okay.
in soil. And we did this across this mountain actually with basically 100% success rate of whenever we went to a high grade soil, we'd dig a pit or a trench and we would find mineralized rock every single time.
I mean, this is the story of mining exploration, right? Taking consistently more granular, nuanced views as you proceed through the exploration process.
Exactly, yeah. And you use other layers, like we did a geophysical survey over here that really confirmed our belief
Yeah.
in there being a system here. You know, a lot of this rock has a lot of sulfide minerals in it that are carrying gold. Every day somebody would come and find a new area like this without fail, every single day.
What has to happen for this program to be a success?
So we need to see mineralized rock. We need to see what we're seeing at surface in drill core.
Each of these sort of trench samples is kind of a little snapshot, right, into what's going on. And then I guess the drilling gives you a much more fulsome idea of what's going on under the surface of this mountain.
These are little snapshots, and there's many areas within this soil anomaly that we didn't have a chance, you know, we're limited in time, that also have similar soil anomalies. And it's about as good geological rationale as you can get.
So when you look at this, are you like, this is how I get my first boat? Because I've been a shareholder in KingFisher since day one, and that's listening to you talk, that's kind of what I think.
I sure hope. It's very sexy rock. Everything I've seen on this project has always been the best in my career.
Now, it's one thing to head out to a bar with your friends, have a few drinks, and daydream about starting a mining company. It's a totally different thing to make a major gold discovery, and that's what the KingFisher team believe that they're onto. As an investor in KingFisher, I'm here to find out, can they pull it off, and what type of pitfalls might they run into along the way? Next up, I'm meeting with Gail Febo, KingFisher's VP of Exploration. I want to better understand the science that's underpinning the team's enthusiasm.
When did you start working with KingFisher?
So I came on board just over a year ago, but it would have been the year prior even that I came in as an investor.
Now, you've previously worked more with mid-tier and major companies. Is this your first time taking a senior role with a junior, a smaller junior?
Yeah, that's right. A lot of the work I've done to date is geological mapping. So a lot of my work was at KSM and Brucejack, and KSM is now the largest gold resource in the world.
It's a lot higher risk. You've got a new baby, which we've seen crawling around all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, why now? Why this project?
I really liked the idea of it. It wasn't until last summer getting to map it that I was able to really break it down and see if it would hold up, because there were a lot of questions about, you know, are we targeting the right kind of system in the right belt? And, you know, we had to be sure of that.
What is your role primarily as VPX here?
Dustin comes up with really good ideas, and my role, I work really hard to debunk that. You know, I try to find flaws.
So you're the pessimist here.
I am. And, you know, I look at the science, I try to find anything that could be a fatal flaw for us.
Have you found any yet?
No. This gold range is holding up really well. You know, the concept that Dustin had coming into it, it works. The science is there, the timing is right. Everything fits. A lot of programs fail because they're just looking for the wrong thing in the wrong place.
How big of a deal is this for you if this works out, if you guys are able to find what you're hoping to find here?
Oh, it's huge. It would greatly exceed my hopes for my career. I mean, even financially. It's more about just being able to have a discovery. I think so many geologists make it through their career without ever having that. And so that would be the true prize, honestly. We get a lot of sulfide, which is basically just metallic stuff, right? So shiny metallic minerals. You know there will be gold, and we have a pretty good idea of how much. And so if you look at, you know, a given vein and you say, well, half the intercept is straight sulfide, you can speculate on what that would run based on what you see on surface.
And so everyone likes the chances here.
Yeah, and especially these intercepts where you get several meters in a row that are replaced to, you know, quartz sulfide. these are the types of intercepts you can have high confidence in. I mean, you never know for sure, but we're really happy, really happy with seeing this.
How are you guys going to contain yourself until assay results come back?
Oh, it's hard.
Charlie Grieg is an advisor to Kingfisher, the wise old wizard to Dustin's young apprentice. He also happens to be one of the most successful and respected geologists in British Columbia.
You just won Prospector of the Year. Is that, did I get the title right?
Well, I forget what the actual title is.
But you were recognized by your peers for the discovery at GT, correct?
Correct.
Which you guys just sold to Newmont for over $300 million.
Yes, something in that order, yeah.
And here you are at a mining camp in the middle of nowhere, looking at rocks. What brings you out here?
I love the business, and I like the people. I like being out of doors. I've been doing it for 40 years. Maybe it's just habit now. But and I guess I also want to pass on, some of my experience.
At this stage in your career, though, you've got a lot of options. Why Kingfisher?
I think the main thing is I like the management and I like the project. Dustin has a lot of drive, and you need that kind of thing at the top of your organization. I know he gets out on the ground still. It's good to have that person in management that's still not afraid to get his hands dirty.
What are you thinking of the results and the rocks you've seen so far?
I love them. Yeah, they look great. I mean, they've done very systematic work as they've moved things along. So they've done the soil geochem, they've sampled the rocks in trenches, they've done some of the backpack drilling to see what the shallow stuff looks like. They have a good mapper in Gail Febo, who's the VPX. So they've done that kind of systematic work that you have to do to work up drill targets, and then seen some of the drill core too. So I think it's a very well-run company.
If you want to make money investing in exploration, you need to do your due diligence and ask the tough questions.
People are pretty excited here. The staff, the employees, the team are acting like they're on to a discovery. Why do you think that is?
Well, that's what we think. We think we're onto a discovery. When we were in the field, every day we were blown away.
How big of a deal is it for the team you put together there? Is this career success? Do they have their own money wrapped up in this? Why is that important?
It's all the above. So our core team, our full-time staff, everybody's heavily invested in this.
So this could be life-changing money for these guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. But it's not just that. We really hand-picked the team. Dave, Loretto, and myself. We have the discovery bug, and all our other geologists have the discovery bug. And what I mean by that is that is what drives us every single day.
Is there any chance that you guys are in your own little bubble here and kind of believing your own bullshit? I mean, has this been validated by other experts and third-party consultants? Is there a reason to believe that you're not just excited because this is such a big deal to everyone involved here?
So we're at the earliest stage on this project. We're at the pre-discovery stage. Internally, and the vibe you saw in camp is the vibe of a team that thinks they're onto a discovery, but we don't have our drill assays yet. We've looked at the drill core, we've analyzed it internally, and it's all shipped to the lab. But that's the real upside in this company. That's the game changer. Those results, essentially proof of concept, and then what we do with that going forward. First pass drill program is relatively small, and you ramp it up over time, and then hopefully you move towards a resource, and the ultimate goal is to sell the company to a mining company that will actually develop it.
As an early stage investor in Kingfisher, I find myself constantly a little bit conflicted. You guys have already made me 10x the money I've put in.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And part of me wants to sell it, and because that's a lot of money, but why should I still hold on?
Well, I am. There's no way I'm selling it.
But you're the CEO.
Yes, but I'm also the single largest shareholder in the company. I've got most of my net worth in this company. We're a technical team that is well experienced, that knows what they're doing, and when we see something good, we know it's good. And what we're seeing in our drill core right now looks like a discovery to us. And that could turn your 10x into I don't even know what, but I would hold.
Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks, Jamie.
20 hours of driving this week, and we are back in my office in Vancouver. When I first met Dave and Dustin 2 years ago, I just couldn't help but thinking, these are the kind of guys I want to invest in. This is what I want to do with my money. And it has turned out better than I ever could have expected. You can feel the excitement on site at KingFisher. I'm so keen to see what they come out with in the coming months, and I'll be happily holding my stock in KingFisher. 20 years ago, Paul Stewart, I was his camp counselor in Southern Ontario, along with the guy holding that camera right now. How much of your success in life would you credit to me as your camp counselor?
I mean,
80%, 90%?
I don't know if I could go and sit in an office for the summer. I think that would really mess me up.
So are you feral now? Are you totally broken?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've come to love the boots on the ground stuff. That's why like Gold Range is such like an amazing project and an amazing experience, because you know, you've probably done it where you go on a new project and you're out doing traverses, you're looking for something.
Yeah.
And you go days and days and you don't find anything.
Normally you go the whole project without finding anything.
Yeah, exactly. And here is one of those very unique, satisfying places.
You can kind of feel it in the camp, like the level of excitement and energy.
Definitely, that we just keep turning up interesting stuff, and yeah, I've been on a few projects and none quite like this one, that's for sure.